First one, we're going to hit the IT band, which is basically just the outside of the leg. So I'm putting the top leg down on the ground just to give me some support because this one can be pretty intense. We're hitting the outside of the bottom leg. Of course, you're going to repeat on the other side once you do this. Right now I'm going into stage 2. This is if you're a little bit more advanced, and the first one you can't really feel as much and you need something that goes a little deeper. And we're going right to the quads, guys. This one's basically the top of the thighs. What we're going to do is roll back and forth in a plank position, hitting the front part of those thighs, and as you go you twist your feet in and out so you hit both sides of the thigh of your quads, and so you leave nothing untouched. And after the quads, we're basically just going straight up to the hip flexors, which is basically just your hip, and this connects to your lower back. It's responsible for a lot of lower back pain, so this is one area you don't want to ignore. Definitely focus on hitting that part. It's really dense. It's right there. It connects your thigh to your hip. And going to the hip abductors, basically the inside your groin muscle. What you're going to do, you're going to lay the foam roller parallel to your body, maybe outside just a little bit, and just roll left to right with your thigh at a 90-degree angle to your body. Of course, repeat on the other side, and just roll back and forth, trying to put your weight into the foam roller as you go. Also, you might want to use a pad for your elbows too. Next one, we're going to thoracic extension. So you're going to line the foam roller up with your thoracic spine, which is basically your upper back. And you're just going to lean back over the foam roller, leaning back just like that, just basically to get a curve in your spine. And just keep going back and forth, get about 10, and then you're going to go into a rolling pattern. With your elbows together in front of you, it'll open up your scapular, and you're just basically just going to roll back and forth over your spine. You might feel a little crunching and stuff, but it's a good thing, loosening up that back. And next one, we're going to work the pecs, which is basically your chest. You're going to line the foam roller up parallel to your body, underneath your armpit about, and just roll back and forth, really small motions. If you're a girl, this one's going to be a little more harder for obvious reasons, but really try to get underneath the armpit. And next one, we're going to go lats, which is basically your latissimus dorsi, which means your back muscles. And you're just going to lay on your side right underneath your armpit, and you're just rolling back and forth over that area right underneath your chest. And this one can be pretty intense too. It's a good one if you have a bad shoulder and stuff. Next one of my favorites, the glutes and the piriformis. What you're going to do is you're going to lay on one cheek, butt cheek that is, and just roll back and forth, going over the cheek, and basically just getting the whole thing. Next one, we're going to go into the piriformis, which is basically your hip rotator muscles. This one can be a lot more intense. So what you're going to do is going to put your one ankle over the other leg and just roll that cheek, the ankle that's up. Sorry about the underwear shot, guys, but you're just going to roll that. This one can be pretty intense. Try to move around. If it's too intense, try to find a spot and just hold it at the end, just like that, for about 10 seconds. Next one, we're going calves. We're going to hit, calves are obvious, lower part of the leg. And this one can be, if you can't hold yourself up, don't worry about this one, but if you can, definitely try to throw this one in. I'm just rolling my calves. I'm going front to back, and also try to get the outside part of your calf, which I'm doing right now by twisting your foot out, those peroneals. And going to the hamstrings. This one's also, if you can't hold yourself up, don't worry about it. I like to do one at a time. I basically make sure you point your toes to your nose, if you can see my foot, and keep your leg as straight as you can, and really try to roll on one side. It's going to be a little difficult, but it's not a big deal if you can't do it. And next one, shoulder. We're bringing up the tennis ball. I'm basically showing you where you want to put the tennis ball, and you're just going to lay on it. And you kind of want to move around till you find a tender spot. It's a little different for everybody, and it can change really easily. But make sure that ball is really secure, and turn so you lean into the ball. If you can see my expression, I can definitely feel it. And just make an up and down pattern with your arm in a rotation, just so you get you work the muscle really well. And last one, we're gonna hit the plantar fascia, which is basically the bottom of the foot. Great one to always do this one, especially if you run a lot and stuff. If you have arch problems, just go ahead and roll the bottom of your foot for about 30 to 60 seconds per foot, and you'll be loosey-goosey. Good luck, guys.